Hello everyone out there in the Axe world. This is Brian. So a couple of you have asked what I like to do when I'm not playing music with Steven the Voice, and so I thought I would show you guys my man cave, I guess you'd call it. This is kind of where I come and just hang out and relax and whatnot. You know, being with my beautiful wife and 3 beautiful daughters is a lot of estrogen in the house, obviously, and sometimes I need to just relax, and so I'll show you my man cave. Here we go. I'm going to give you a little tour. Let's see, let me turn around here. Obviously, enough said. What else can you say? I got a DO there. This was a painting that was done acrylically, I believe, or oil-based, I'm not sure, in beautiful Cozumel, Mexico, that my wife and I picked up. This is actually a hand-printed drawing of Ozzy. That's my wife and I. Beautiful picture from Mexico. This is my wife's workstation. She's a Windows user. Bad. More Bob Marley. Beautiful painting there. This is my good friend Chase, who unfortunately passed away last August. A close friend of mine. I miss him very much. He also drove for Lillian on a couple of tours. These are various pictures of my wife and I in Mexico and things like that. And my book collection. There's my daughter's DVD collection. Right there. This is my fun stuff. Just various CDs, various Blu-rays, video games down there at the bottom. A fan and friend of mine had made this picture for me long years ago when I was still out on the circuit and playing in Full Moon Circus. I always loved that picture. Again, Mexico, my wife and I. Actually, that was in Universal Studios, I'm sorry. Universal Studios, Florida. Beautiful picture. This is fun stuff. I'm a Zippo collector, so I have a lot of Zippos. This is for my Who Dat fans out there. These are commemorative Saints Coke cans when we won the Super Bowl, 2009, of course. I'm not an alcoholic and I do not drink, but I am a tattoo artist, for those that know that. And Sailor Jerry was a pioneer in our field, so I picked up a bottle of his rum. Never to be drank. Actually, these are Mexican cigarettes. If you ever notice, look at what they put on the label. They really take their label seriously. Show someone with emphysema. It definitely makes you not want to smoke. These are drinks from Mexico. This is Dan Aykroyd's vodka company, which is the Crystal Skull. I always thought that was really cool. Costs a lot of money, obviously. Never been opened and never will be. Love it. These are all my DVDs that I care to display. A lot of them. So that's pretty cool. My wife and I love to read. So these are all my books. Right here. And here at the top is some of my Lillian memorabilia and whatnot. These are handwritten lyric sheets from the studio, which is really cool. That's to My Apologies. That's neat. That's my audition CD. The CD, of course, that's the import version. See in the back, you see the debut, and then you see Love and War. There's a lot of cool stuff there. Boondock Saints stuff. Being an Irish kid or whatnot, obviously I have to have some Irish stuff. This is my daughter Lyric's birth certificate. And these are my little bad girls. Say, hey guys, can you talk to the camera? Peekaboo, hey! You want to see the camera? Come here. Don't be shy. Hey! Are y'all being good? Come here, you want to pose for the camera? Y'all are so beautiful. These are my girls. Yeah, we're animal fanatics. And this is my beautiful Abyssinian cat, Snowshoe, who is quite the mess. Love her. This is my beautiful, 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 beautiful Maltese slash something that I bought for my wife. That's Ziggy. This over here is my little Russian hamster who is missing. He's buried underneath the cedar there, doing something. It's one of my flat screens. This is my Xbox and my PlayStation 3. All men have to have one, obviously. A lot of people may not know about me is that I actually am a picker. My wife and I love to pick, and unfortunately I haven't had as much time as I want to do to pick, but I really have some really cool things. I'll share just a few of them with you. Let's see. These here, this is a 1940s doll. This is really neat. If you notice, it says Wedding Baby. This is the original box, and it's a little porcelain baby, and it was made in Japan in the 1940s, and which is pretty risque for back in that area. So you poured water in his mouth, and obviously, it comes out. Thought that was neat. That in the black case there is a straight razor from 1910, German made. These were from Wichita, Kansas, 1832. These are handcuffs, turnstile. That is a German bayonet, actually, that was pre-World War I, leading up to it, 1939, actually. Let me move this thing here. This is one of my favorite pieces. If you notice, it's become petrified because it's so old. But that is a mace from the 13th century England. Right there, a piece of it. Pretty cool stuff. Well, I got all kinds of neat. The baby back there in the back, about 1890. Baby right there in the back, about 1808, I believe. That is an equestrian syringe from the 30s, I believe. These pieces right here are one of my favorite, and I do have authenticities on them. They're really neat. These are from from a Viking necklace. If you can see the great detail in that, it's quite beautiful. I love it. And they're just broken, obviously, but these were dug, had been dug up near Greenland, I believe. Those are old skeleton keys, turn of the century. Civil War cutlery. These are actual Life magazines from the year 1945, 1939. These are the original magazines. That's an old Anison pill bottle back from the 40s. These here are wooden shoes, and they are dated back to about 1960. These were Civil War dice made out of bone. Bottles. I love bottles. These are very old bottles, and it's very hard to find bottles with tops, actually. That's a 1943 Disney Donald Duck, obviously. The books in the back here are some of my favorite. This book, I'm very delicate with it, but this is a Bible written in French. It's a French Bible from the year 1732, which I think is really neat. Actually, I'm sorry, this is the wrong one. Excuse me. This is from the year, let's see. Be very careful here. This is from 1887, and it's really neat. If you look at the inscription, someone had written, dated 1887, February 21st. I love that book. The book I was in reference to, my oldest book that I've been able to find thus far, is a French Bible, and it's still beautiful, actually. I took very good care of it, and obviously everything's in French. And this was written in 1732. All in French. Beautiful. Love it. I am such a nerd on that. Here, these are Roman coins. This is actually from the Jovian period, 364 AD. This stuff gets expensive after a while, so you kind of have to watch yourself. These are hairpins from 1910. This is a Civil War brush. Old murine eye bottle. This is a German, my 1920 travel shaving kit. You notice the soap there, and then the mirror, and then the ladder. More skeleton keys. This back there is a pickaxe. Very old. Very old Winn-Dixie tin. This piece here is really neat. This is from 1920. This was made out of celluloid material, which was later used to make Goodrich tires. So these are very rare. Someone took very good care of that. My wife picked this out. I thought it was really cool. Jones potato chips. We have tracked that down. That company is still around, believe it or not, but the address has changed and things of that nature. But that was from around 1949. And we just thought it was cool. She found it and it said Jones on it, so we thought that was awesome. And what will not complete a collection is an original Indiana Jones tin lunchbox. And then I have a McDonald's lunchbox down there. So there's some really cool pieces there. If you notice in the very back, those are miniature 7 dwarfs and Snow White, very old. You have a German mark here from 1910. It's Ukrainian here. I'm not sure, I can't recall the year. So just all kinds of cool stuff. This is an old Rattler. This is a character called Jackie Gooligan, and he was from 1930. Thought that was pretty cool. I picked him up. So anyway, I'm a big nerd. That's what I do. Those kinds of things. Sorry for the rambling, and I look forward to seeing you guys on tour. Man, we got some really cool stuff coming out. The Great White Tour. Rocklahoma, of course, in May. And I'm going to Europe, back to Europe, guys. I want you to see you there, August 31st. So we're really looking forward to it. Hope to see all you guys out. God bless you guys. I'll be checking in every now and then. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And I guess that's about it. This was my man cave for all of you that asked. Hope I didn't bore you too bad. I'm a boring person, I guess, at times. But anyway, see you later. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.